First thing on the agenda is a Mayor's Day recognition for national service that I will read and then we will present here when I'm done. Whereas the service to others is a hallmark of American character and central to how we meet our challenges together, and whereas cities are increasingly turning to volunteer services as a cost-effective means to engage citizens and meet community needs, and whereas service organizations such as AmeriCorps, the Corporation for National and Community Service, the Governor's Commission on Service and Volunteerism, Palouse Clearwater Environmental Institute, and Lewis Clark Service Corps place members and volunteers who help educate tomorrow's workforce, support veterans and military families, protect the environment, aid in disaster recovery, and more. And whereas the National Service expands economic opportunities through education, job skills, training, leadership enhancement for participating members, and for volunteers they train and manage. And whereas the National Service participants serve in more than 50,000 locations across the country, bolstering the civic, neighborhood, and faith-based organizations that are vital to economic and social well-being. And whereas the National Services represent a public-private partnership that invests in community solutions and leverages resources to increase the return on taxpayer investment. And whereas the dedication to the community service is lasting and influences future endeavors. And whereas the Corporation of National and Community Service shares a priority with mayors across the country to engage citizens, improve lives, and strengthen communities. Now, therefore, I, Bill Lambert, the Mayor of the City of Moscow, Idaho, do hereby proclaim April 4th, 2017 as National Service Recognition Day in the city, and I encourage everyone to recognize the positive impacts of volunteer service in our city, to thank those who serve, and to find ways that we may also give back to our community and our nation. Thank you. And with that, I'd like to present, I know we got a bunch of folks from AmeriCorps and others, and we'll get a picture.
That's a lot of AmeriCorps people.
Trump's trying to kill that.
I know it. I mean, you're getting free stuff, Trump. Come on.
Yeah, free labor. You don't want that?
Yeah. Okay, rabbit ears.
Yeah, we can photobomb this totally. You know, like get on my shoulders and we get just both in there at the same time.
Ooh. Ooh.
They're taking them young in AmeriCorps now.
Yeah, they are. Bravo.
Now, before me, what I would like to do as well is recognize all the volunteer firefighters that we have here. So I'd love a picture of this group too, Gary. We got a gob of them out here. So you did real well the first time. You got this down. So as we get all our firefighters, I'd like to get a picture of all you guys, any of the ladies on the fire department. Come on up here. You're volunteers, and we certainly appreciate this in our community.
Cole, how you doing, bud? Good to see you, man.
No, we got this. I can never. We could try to photobomb, but it's not going to work.
Yeah.
Hey there. Hey there, Dan. How you doing?
Daniel.
All right, I want one too.
And I want to go on just a little bit more about volunteerism. That's the last pictures, though, unless somebody else wants a picture with me for whatever reason. But our volunteers in our community, yeah, don't go there. That's what Jim said. You know, we've got so many great volunteers. Our fire department, I brag on the men and women in our fire department all the time, the work we do, not only fire department, the ambulance service and all these things. This community has been so grateful for having these men and women with us that constantly help. And that takes nothing away from the National Corporation Group, the Medicaid, or any other volunteerism through commissions and all the other things we are so fortunate here in Moscow to have. So I, as the mayor, appreciate everybody's efforts in what they do. So thank you all very much.